Rappers and producers, be very careful. There are very energetic vampires around you. Shout out to Tony Fresco. Rappers and producers, let's talk about energy vampires. What is an energy vampire, Curtis? An energy vampire is a person or a group of people that maybe they're in studio sessions, maybe they're at shows, maybe they're within your circle, maybe they're part of your label, maybe they're part of your group, maybe they're part of your production duo. There are people who, for whatever reason, maybe they're bitter, maybe they're depressed, maybe they're angry with their personal life, but they find a way to suck all of your energy dry. They find a way to basically just Debbie Downer you to death. And what do I mean by that? I mean, let me give you an example. It's funny, I had a many rapper producer combos where this situation played out. When they first started, a rapper and a producer first started out, they were excited about getting songs done. They were excited about the idea of one day becoming this famous producer rapper duo, and one day we're gonna blow it out the water, we're gonna change our lives, we're gonna change everybody's lives around us. And then something happens to the producer. Maybe he loses his job, or maybe he loses a girlfriend, or maybe he loses something that meant so much to him and he could not break out of that funk. And the rapper felt like, man, we're making great music, we're just getting started, let's keep it going. And the producer was like, nah, I'm gonna just sit here and sulk. I'm gonna sit here and just be sad and depressed. And plus, you'll probably never make it. There's so many rappers in the game, you'll probably never make it anyways. I don't even know why you're going as hard as you're going. Like, my beats are cool, your songs are cool, but we're just not, who knows if we're gonna make it. That is an example of an energy vampire. They come in many shapes or forms. I've had energy vampires who, it wasn't, I don't think there was their intention to be an energetic vampire, but their energy or their mood or the things that they said just sucked the energy out the room. I've had studio sessions where I walked in and it was already late. I'm already pretty much tired being in there. And folks are just smoking it out, trying to find a zone, trying to figure out, oh, I need some inspiration. Or they're drinking and they're trying to find an inspiration. And as I'm sitting there feeding ideas, I'm seeing people who are like, yeah, I kind of feel that. But, and they're just knocking down every single idea that comes out of me. And to the point where I'm trying to put out so many ideas and yet they're putting out no ideas, it puts me in a situation where I just feel drained. And I could blame a little bit on the smoke, I could blame a little bit on the drink, I could blame a little bit on the environment. But really what it comes down to is the energy vampires. So what must you do in the presence of an energy vampire? I think the best thing that I have come up with in terms of dealing with energy vampires is to be very selective about the energy that you choose to put out. Be very selective about the ideas that you wish to share. Now, if you're in a studio session and you're supposed to be sharing ideas and you start to feel like you're in the presence of an energy vampire, the best thing you can do, ask them what their ideas are. When they're not coming up with ideas, you're putting pressure on them. They're now having to sit up there and be constructive about their thoughts instead of be deconstructive of your thoughts. So ask them a question. What would you like to do? What do you think would make the best hook for this song? Oh no. Oh, you don't know. Ask other people in the room, what do you guys think? Okay, well, this is what I think. I think that you should take the vocals here, you should lay this over this top, you should have a chant that goes underneath it, and let's just try it out. If it works, it works. You then put yourself in a position of energy where people look at you and say, ain't nothing else popping off in this room. Anybody else coming up with any great ideas? This person is the center of energy. Then you know what? On the flip side of that, you may get into a situation where it's not a studio session and your energy is not needed, but people want to feed off of it as soon as they figure out you have it. I've had times where, I walk into an interview or a room and, it's funny because one of my former managers taught me this. Being in the energy with people, sometimes you have to protect your energy. Sometimes you got to just be quiet. You got to observe the room. Sometimes you don't need to open your mouth up about every single thing going on, because once people start seeing that you're full of life, You see what I did right there? Once they see that you're full of life, they're going to want to suck that dry. They're going to want to get some of that so they can take some of that home with them. Especially if they're depressed or bitter or if they're just feeling blah. They want that energy. So protect your energy. Energy, energy, energy. Once again, it's another Curtspiration doodle. If you need some more of this juice, please subscribe to the channel below. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. If you would like to contribute to our Patreon campaign and keep these videos going, go to patreon.com/CurtisKing, and we would love to get your contributions to everything that we have going. I'm going to be offering more rewards very soon. I mean, rappers, you could be getting one free beat from me a month. I ought to say a year, a month by being a Patreon member in the $50 reward category. Hit me up, let's see what's going on. But getting back to the subject at hand, be careful of the energy vampires. You are partly responsible for them draining your energy when you choose to showcase it off or when you choose to continue to feed into the monster. You have to make the decision to either fall back or ask them questions that are going to put them on their heels and then offer your energetic ideas or whatnot. So, like I always say, in this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com.
I can't listen to you. When I listen to you, it's a liability. Cause you be mentally killing my inner energy. So I'm concealing my feelings before you injure me.